Final touch, college students across the country are getting ready for finals, and for some, it can be overwhelming.
That's where Muka, Willie, and Mabel come in. They are three mini horses helping the students at
Quinnipiac.
Thank you. University relieve some stress just days before finals. The event was a hit with people waiting in line to spend a few minutes with the horses. It's free, but students have to sign a waiver. The young people are learning different methods of therapy that can improve. Who's also a big hit, but this colleges do this all.
Such a good idea. Finals week here in Madison is next week.
Wow.
Not too late to get the horses here.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 at 5 starts right now.
And right now at 5, thousands of immigrants are urging Republican support for making driver's licenses available to all, including those living in the country illegally.
Concerns at a Rock County fast food restaurant after a video was posted that showed bugs in the kitchen.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with News 3 Now. Immigrants who are in the state illegally and their supporters are sending a strong message tonight to state lawmakers.
But the proposal that they're pushing faces little chance of clearing the Republican-controlled legislature. Rose Schmidt is live at the state capitol, where immigrant workers gathered today for a community-wide strike. Rose?
Yes, well, this building is where state leaders make decisions that immigrant families say affect their ability to drive to work or school. That's why 4,000 of them came here today, stood up and down these steps as part of the Day Without Latinx. Descending upon the state capitol, immigrant families chanted words of unity.
I see a lot of Latino families, immigrant families coming together, and that is really powerful.
Like many 17-year-olds, at the top of Tanya Sanchez's priority list is getting her driver's license. But it's something she and other undocumented students aren't able to do.
We don't have to live with that fear, and we want to be able to go to school and not have driving be a barrier.
Tanya and other immigrant workers and families are asking to be able to obtain a driver's license regardless of immigration status. It was a measure in place in Wisconsin until 2007, and one Governor Evers' budget proposal would restore.
You should not have to drive to school or work or worship without fears of being pulled over.
The plan has support from Madison city leaders. More than 150 businesses were closed in solidarity of the strike, and supporters were bussed in from nearly 20 cities around the state.
Come to the state capitol to demand that Republican leadership work with the governor to restore driver's licenses for immigrants in Wisconsin.
But those Republican leaders will likely block Evers' plan. They've argued that allowing driver's licenses for all would encourage people who are in the country illegally to stay here. Majority Leader Representative Jim Steineke tweeted, quote, "Illegal immigrants are breaking the law, and we should not validate that by extending privileges." But as organizers explain, many immigrants in the country illegally are still driving, just without a license, and they plan to keep on fighting.
We will help this country become better in every single way.
A spokesperson for Republican Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald says he does not support the driver's license proposal and that he does not see it building momentum to pass in the Senate. Governor Evers said yesterday that he believes that the state lawmakers will take that provision out of his state budget proposal, and if that's the case, then he plans to introduce a separate bill. Back to you.
Rose Schmidt live at the state capitol. Rose, thanks.
2 administrators from the Milton School District plan to resign at the end of the current school year. The resignations of Superintendent Tim Scheiger and Director of Administrative Operations Jerry Schutz were announced this morning. Board members say both men made the decision to resign. Neither were removed from their positions. The resignations come after a third-party investigator was hired to look into multiple allegations of misconduct among the board, including how stipends were handled. The concern was that stipends worth more than $30,000 were paid to district employees without board approval. 2 stipends were given to Scheiger and Schutz. The investigator found no intentional wrongdoing. The board will meet over the next few weeks to start the process of filling those vacancies.
A scary situation ends quickly thanks to 2 fast-acting local officers.
Officers from Madison and Middleton departments worked together to track down students believed to be in possession of handguns. Our Keely Arthur joins us now to share how they were able to make these quick arrests. Keely?
That's right. The guns turned out to be BB guns, but the charges no less serious. On Monday, 2 teens in a vehicle allegedly pointed a gun at a Middleton student. A police officer stationed at Middleton High School sent an email alert to other officers with a description of the car, a white Buick without a front license plate. A fellow school resource officer at Memorial thought the description sounded familiar. He took a screen grab of the car he was thinking of off surveillance footage, and sure enough, it was a match. Shortly thereafter, the suspects were located, as were 3 BB guns in the car parked at nearby Jefferson Middle School. The students were arrested for possession of weapons on school premises.
We do know that there are a lot of teens who are carrying real guns. So if you're driving around with a fake gun and you point it at somebody who has a real gun, again, there may be real bullets being fired in your direction.
The Middleton School District gave a lot of credit to the officers involved, writing in a statement, quote, "We owe the result of this investigation to the brave student who reported the concerns and the true collaboration across multiple police departments and school communities." Now, there were also reports of car windows being shot out by BB guns in the Memorial High School parking lot. Police are currently investigating that right now to see if those two are connected.
Yeah, some quick thinking and a little technology as well. Keely Arthur reporting on Keely. Thank you.
Thank you, Keely. Let's get a check on the weather now. Dana Fulton is out on the patio. Dana?
Right now it's cloudy, but the good news, we don't have any rain coming through this evening. It's just a little dreary outside for us. The patio's wet, the ground's wet, it's muddy. But again, no rain showers falling from the sky. That is our good news. There's a live look from Platteville at our Queen Bee Radio sky cam. Thick cloud deck overhead, and that's just the way it's been all day. But our Doppler track has actually been pretty quiet for the last several hours. That rain coming through this morning is now well off to the east. 49 currently in Madison, 55 in Rockford, about 56 you go a little further south in Peru. So there's some warmer air in central Illinois, but not really reaching us. We were hoping to get to the mid to low 50s today, and unfortunately that just did not happen. But this is a little bit of a jump for where we're at about 24 hours ago. A 6-degree jump in Madison, a 9-degree jump for Mineral Point and in Janesville. So at least it's not quite as cool outside. Our breeze is going to stay pretty calm tonight, still coming from the north, though. Only 3 miles per hour in Madison, and about just a calm breeze for us in Lone Rock and Bosco currently. Don't expect that to change too much throughout the evening. Temperatures, again, hugging close to the upper 40s currently. We're expecting them to just drop through the mid-40s overnight and then drop into the low 40s for early tomorrow morning. So a similar start to the day, but hoping to finally cross up into the middle 50s by tomorrow afternoon. There is going to be some rain in your Thursday forecast, but Friday and Saturday will bring a little sunshine. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. We're learning more about what happened the night of a fatal crash last year. In January of 2018, a Prius crashed in Laval. Mackenzie Carpenter was thrown from the vehicle and died at the scene. A criminal complaint says 37-year-old Mark Josette and his brother Quentin Josette lied to detectives about who was in the car that night. At the scene, Mark denied driving during the crash and told police he hadn't driven in almost 5 years. Later, Quentin admitted to authorities that they had decided they would lie about who was driving to keep Mark out of trouble. Mark was charged with 2 counts, including homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. He remains in the Sauk County Jail on a $50,000 cash bond.
A Rock County fast food restaurant says it has cleaned up after a video was released on social media showing the kitchen's conditions. The
kitchen in the video is covered in bugs, and one ex-employee says it's nothing new. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with what people are saying today. Adam?
Well, Eric and Susan, the video you're about to see shows the Taco John's in Newville. Their kitchen completely covered in bugs, in this video taken just this past Monday. Now, on Monday, an ex-employee posted the video to Facebook, where it's since been shared hundreds of times. I spoke with the employee who posted the video earlier today, and he says he's worked in kitchens for decades and says any type of bug is not good for customers.
Any bug in your food or any bug in the environment where you're making food is a health code violation, and it's never a good thing. You know, I mean, if you got them at home, that's easier to deal with, but when you're serving thousands of people a day, you can't have that.
The Rock County Health Department confirms they got complaints regarding the Newville Taco John's on Monday, but say when they visited yesterday, the concerns had been taken care of, dealt with completely. I did get a statement from the owner of that Taco John's in Newville who says they did work hand in hand with the health department to make things right, and they also have a health inspector, I should say a pest inspector who comes once a week to prepare and prevent things like this from happening.
All right, Adam Duxter in Rock County tonight. Adam, thank you. Cross Plains police are reminding people to be vigilant if handed a $100 bill. That's because more than $25,000 in counterfeit $100 bills have been collected by the department there. People are encouraged to check the back left sides of those bills for Chinese writing. Those bills are often also missing the security tape. Officers say the counterfeit bills will look like the newer style of $100 bills. People are asked to contact Cross Plains Police if they come across any of those $100 bills.
2 Republican legislators want to spend nearly $8 million a year to create dairy research programs at 3 University of Wisconsin system schools. State Senator Howard Markline and Representative Travis Trinnell are sponsoring a bill that would give the UW system $7.9 million annually to create and fund the UW Dairy Innovation Hub at campuses in Madison, Platteville, and River Falls. UW-Madison's segment would include a dairy management academy and provide support for research-related farms and labs. The UW-Platteville and UW-River Falls segments would also provide support for research. The bill would authorize each campus to hire staff.
Dairy Innovation Hub research will address water quality issues, develop new and unique dairy products, examine new non-food uses for dairy products, apply dairy research to real-life issues, open new markets for Wisconsin dairy products, and actively deploy research discoveries to the dairy industry.
Of the nearly $8 million, UW-Madison will receive 52% of the funds, while Platteville and River Falls will receive 24% each. To make the Goodman Pool accessible for all, the Madison Parks Foundation and the Irwin and Robert Goodman Foundation is donating scholarships. The scholarships are available to families with children younger than 18 who live in the city or town of Madison or are enrolled in the Madison School District. The pool offers lessons for swimmers of all ages and abilities. It also offers Goodman Waves, a competitive swim and dive team that practices 5 times a week. Applicants can register for scholarships online or by submitting a printed application. The Goodman Pool is opening for the season on June 13th.
A new tenant is jumping into the old Toys R Us building near Westtown Mall. The Dallas-based Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park has plans to move into that building early next year. Toys R Us liquidated all of its stores, including that West Side location, in early 2018. According to the Adventure Park website, the park will offer an indoor playground and offer specials for birthday parties for kids. The park will feature trampolines, dodgeball courts, obstacle courses, and a tube playground, among other games.
In more local news today, students at Verona Area High School are putting their mark on their new high school. Students and staff autographed a 14-foot steel beam that will be one of the last beams installed in the new building project. Many of the students who signed the beam will attend the new high school.
Kind of cool being part of both the old school and new school, so I get to be a part of the 2 years for high school. I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
The new Verona High School is scheduled to open in the fall of 2020.
U.S. Marines stationed in Afghanistan are thanking a Madison Girl Scout troop for sending 200 boxes of cookies overseas. Who wouldn't love to receive that, huh? Troop 7899 packed and shipped away those boxes on April 11th with help from the Marine Corps League 4 Lakes Detachment. Yesterday, the Marines of Fox Company 2D Battalion 25th Marine Regiment thanked the Scouts for bringing some smiles overseas.
Way to do something good, girls.
That is awesome.
Great idea. There's more to come tonight on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, a gunman shot and killed 2 students on the University of North Carolina Charlotte campus. Why officers are calling one of the victims a hero.
I'm meteorologist Gary Canolti live at the Hy-Vee in Fitchburg. We're going to be selling weather radios here, NOAA weather radios, with a promotion from Hy-Vee. I've got Hattie McLean next to me already programming radios, and we'll be back doing the weather live in about 5 minutes.
All right, Gary, sounds good. Midweek markets take a bit of a dive. The Dow plummets 163, the NASDAQ down 46, S&P 500 loses 22. We'll be right back. We are learning new details about Tuesday's deadly shooting on the University of North Carolina Charlotte campus.
A professor there says the shooting happened in his anthropology class as students gave their end-of-the-year presentations. A gunman identified as Tristan Terrell burst into the room and opened fire. 2 students, both from North Carolina, were killed. Police say 21-year-old Riley Howell tackled the shooter and died a hero.
He took the fight to the assailant, and he unfortunately had to give his life to do so, but he saved lives doing so.
UNC Charlotte says the 22-year-old gunman had been enrolled at the school but withdrew during the current semester. The sheriff's office says he passed a mental background check and was issued a permit to buy a gun last October.
Attorney General William Barr testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee today about the release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report. Senate Democrats blasted Barr over his 4-page summary of the report. The special counsel found no evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians in the 2016 presidential election, but did not make a ruling on whether the president obstructed justice.
You, in effect, exonerated or cleared the president. No, I didn't exonerate. I said that we did not believe that there was sufficient evidence to establish an obstruction offense.
You can go out and spin this any way you want to, but the data is there. There was no underlying crime, and there was insufficient evidence to indict the president.
Now, Barr is scheduled to appear before the House Judiciary Committee Thursday, but he told that committee he will no longer testify. All right, we're going to talk weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on location. He is talking severe weather season. And Gary, always important to get one of those weather radios.
You know, we talk about this all the time, but we're doing our weather radio promotion with Hy-Vee supermarkets as well as the Mills Fleet Farm store in DeForest. And today we're live at the Hy-Vee in Fitchburg, right on Highway PD, just to the west of Verona Road or US 18151. We're selling no weather radios with Midland for $29.99. You get your batteries, you get your radio right here, and we'll program it for you on the spot. I actually have Hattie McLean next to me helping to program radios, as well as Bruce Jones from Midland. So come on out. Again, that's the Hy-Vee on Fitrona Road. That's Highway PD right by Verona Road. Now let's start out, first of all, by taking a look at the visible satellite imagery that we have across the Midwest. Actually, it's been a cloudy day, no doubt about it. And there's the information about the weather radios. So you can see visible cloud track covered with clouds. But as far as rain is concerned, we've been dry for much of the day. It's been gloomy, but there just hasn't been a lot of rain. There is rain farther to the south. That is going to be heading up in our direction, especially late tonight into tomorrow morning. There could be some heavy amounts of rain, especially across parts of northern Illinois, where there could see anywhere from a ½ inch to over an inch of rain and heavier thunderstorms. Most of those will stay to our south, but there is a flood watch in effect for parts of Illinois. In fact, almost right up to the Illinois state line, flash flood watch from midnight through 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for the potential for heavier rain. But here in Madison, it's just been cloudy and gloomy. There's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. It's been cloudy, and that's also helped the temperatures down. As we check out the almanac, we haven't hit 50 yet today. 49 is the best we could do. 41 is the overnight low temperature, and right now our temperature is at 49 degrees. Skies are mostly cloudy. The winds are out of the west at 3 miles per hour. So with not a lot of wind to mix up the air, we'll probably see some fog form later on tonight. Now, as we come back and take a look at satellite and radar across the Midwest, you can see there's been periods of showers and thunderstorms not far to our south. There's been severe weather as well from Oklahoma and Texas all the way up the Ohio Valley through Illinois, Indiana, and right in that vicinity there's a stationary front. This front is far enough to the south to keep most of the heavy rain away from us, but that puts us on the cool side of the front. So our temperatures are relatively cool compared to the rest of the Midwest. Down to the south of that stationary front, you can see temperatures well into the 70s. On our side of the front, they're mainly 40s, a few low 50s. The cloud cover just keeping the temperatures down, but it's also keeping the severe weather threat away. And on future track, you can see how the clouds will continue for about the next 24 to 36 hours, but the threat for heavier rain will stay just to our south, mainly across northern Illinois, just kind of clipping southern Wisconsin late tonight and tomorrow morning. And then as we head into Friday, we'll probably see some breaks in the clouds, allowing temperatures to get back to around 60. And on Saturday, then everything pushes off to the east. We'll be looking for temperatures to be up closer to 70 degrees with more sunshine, and that will continue into Sunday. So our forecast, and you can see on future track temperatures, temperatures aren't going to move very much. They're going to stay in the 40s overnight. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures to generally be in the lower 50s to middle 50s. And let's go to our forecast for tonight. Skies will be mostly cloudy. We'll see shower chance or maybe even a thunderstorm toward morning, and also some areas of fog. Low temperature will drop to around 41 degrees. For tomorrow, another cloudy, gloomy day. The best chances for rain will be in the morning. Showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. High temperature topping out at 56. On future track, you see lots of clouds for tonight. Rain staying away for much of the night, but then as we head into late tonight, tomorrow morning, as we put the map into motion, well, there we go. Let's go into the 7 to 10 day forecast. Those temperatures, for the most part, are going to stay on the cool side until we can get some sunshine. That'll be toward the weekend. Then we'll be looking for temperatures to get up back into the 60s, at least for the weekend, into the early part of next week. Another weather system in the Wednesday, Thursday time frame, bring clouds, some showers and thunderstorms. That'll keep temperatures down to around 60, and then we'll warm up again after that. So, Jim, if we can come back here with a little wider shot, we just want to show you where we're at. We're at the Hy-Vee in Fitchburg on Fitzroy Road. Got Hattie McLean next to me. Over on the side, we got Bruce Jones from Midland Radios. We're selling the radios. You can buy them right here, get your batteries. We'll program it for you right on the spot. You can take it home, and it's ready to go just in time for severe weather season. But again, we're running this promotion with Hy-Vee supermarkets as well as Mills Fleet Farm in DeForest. So I'll turn it back to you guys at the station.
All right, they'll be out there until 7 o'clock, so head over there
Great
to
opportunity.
the Fitchburg. Ahead on News 3 now at 5, a new treatment that could help some people breathe easier. We'll explain how it works after a short break. Millions of Americans struggle with nasal obstruction or congestion that makes it hard to breathe.
Now, a new treatment is helping patients get some relief without invasive surgery. Tom Hansen has more.
All Tamar Katz wants to do is breathe again. It's been a challenge since she broke her nose in an accident several months ago.
My breathing has been more difficult at night, so I cannot breathe from my nose as much as I would like to.
Hello.
Hello, doctor.
She's tried nasal sprays, strips, and even wears a mouth guard to get a good night's rest, but says nothing helps enough.
I don't have enough energy during the day, well, because I don't get a good enough sleep.
We'll apply it in multiple areas, and that's the whole procedure.
She's hoping a new non-invasive nasal procedure will finally give her some relief. The Vivair treatment delivers radiofrequency energy to the nasal valve area to treat obstructions without surgery or incisions.
When you heat up the tissues of the nose, it causes some tissues to shrink, to contract, and some of them become actually softer that you can mold them. We apply the heat and push in order to try to mold the tissues to a different shape, a more open shape, and better breathing.
The procedure is done right in the office with local anesthesia and takes less than 30 minutes.
In the clinical trial, we say the response rate, the number of people that had a good result was 90%, which is quite impressive.
Patients can experience some soreness and scabbing in the nose, but most return to normal activities right away.
Were you surprised at how quick the procedure was?
Yes, it was. Yes, and I could feel like things were opening up as he was doing it.
It usually takes a month for patients to feel the full results. Tamar says she can't wait to breathe better. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Let's stay with us. Dana will have a final check of your forecast in just a moment.
Another cloudy and cool night tonight.
It really is going to be just a little cool outside, but that overcast sky, of course, not allowing our temperatures to warm up nor drop too much. That's the good news. Overnight lows will fall close to 40. By tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the mid-50s, hoping we can climb that high. We do have the chance for some showers later on in the morning and early afternoon. They'll be favored a little before noon for us. May see an isolated thunderstorm in there. Friday, we're expecting some sunshine, a variably cloudy sky with a slight chance for showers building in later in the day, and that sunshine is going to stay with us into Saturday. We have some chances for rain coming up on Sunday and into next week as well. But notice those temperatures start to hug a little closer to average, so that'll be a nice improvement for us.
It is May. Let's turn things around a bit. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.